What is going on, everybody? You guys saw the introduction for the boat a few weeks back. If not, click the link down in the description below. I have a wooden boat. We are going to restore it. It's about to get started. We got to pull some things off. I want to kind of assess the situation. The first thing I want to do is get the 60 horse Evinrude V4 motor off of here. I want to kind of document the beautifully simple mechanical connections that we got going on, and then I will use the Deere gambrel hook right here. There's a bar to connect to on the top end of the cowling, and we'll pull the motor off. We got to make up a quick cart that I can roll around and put the motor back onto so that we can service it, get it in a water tank and work on it and whatnot. But let's build up that cart, we'll get the motor off of here, and then we'll take some other hardware off of the boat today as well. Once we document, like a forensic scientist, where everything is, so we can put it back on again. Got some old 1x from a pallet, this old board that was here when we bought the house 6 years ago now, something like that. So I'll cut them up to make the frame for the motor. And then here in the shop, on the casters drawer, I got some old casters. These are actually, they were on the lumber cart in the first shop at the old house. I knew I was saving them for something, but these are big, solid casters. They even got zerk joints on there and whatnot, so these will be perfect for that motor. Give us a nice stable platform that we can roll everything around on. So real quick, the biggest thing I want to do is make sure that I have a 30x30 inside of kind of this frame that I'm making, because I can get a metal barrel in there to hold water for when I'm working on the motor. It'll fit right over the top. That's really all that I want to do. And then we need to make sure we got an angle for the transom, or what's going to be the transom that holds the motor, because there is an angle on the boat, just to make sure we can kind of have the motor sitting level. And that's it. Build montage time. So we got to get what I think is the shifter off. This is the fuel line. We just got to disconnect. Any electrical should be disconnected down there, but we'll check. And then this disconnects the whole steering. Right here, we'll pull that off. And then I think on this side, we have the throttle that needs to come off. I really love the pure mechanical simplicity of some of this stuff. Like, there we go. Push pins like that. Twist it, out goes our shift assembly right there. Beautiful. Another push pin assembly right here, and this disconnects the entire steering mechanism, which I think is really, really awesome. See, that looks like it just, oh, so elegant. So, kind of does the trick. I got the shifter, has the spring-loaded connector on the starboard side of the motor, then the throttle for the port side of the motor has just the cam lock. No idea what we're going to see in here. Woohoo! Old school solenoid right there. Oh boy. Not a solenoid, but like a relay with some fuses in there. That's going to take a minute to figure out. So I'm just going to pull this whole thing off. We can deal with that later. Alright, cable's disconnected. I think we're good. So I'm going to pull down the gambrel. This gambrel does have its own lock on it, but I am also going to get the cart ready. The idea is to lift the motor out, roll the boat out of the way, bring the cart underneath, set it down. But I believe there is a captive pin on both sides. Comes off real easy. And then it's stuck in there. I think that's it. Got it released from the other side. Now I'm going to give it a lift. Quick sec, everybody. In this video, I've been wearing the Chancellor 6-inch with composite toe from Carolina. I reached out to them the other day and said, hey, can you guys want to sponsor this video? And they came back with, sure. And we got a coupon code for you guys. It's probably one of the best codes I've ever gotten, so don't miss out on this. So you can use the code on any 2 pairs of the Chancellor line of boots, link in the description below. And that'll get you 25% off. So DIY Tyler 25 in the coupon area on Carolina.com. Again, link down below. 2 pairs, 25% off. That's definitely one of the best ones I've ever gotten. So these are fantastic boots. I will let you know they're a little bit stiff when you first get them, but just work through it and they will be fantastically comfortable. Also, that coupon code saves you any money on apparel, hats, and accessories like shoelaces or anything like that you might need for your boots, arch supports, and whatnot. Again, DIY Tyler 25 for 25% off 2 pairs of boots. That lasts till like April 15th, something like that. So again, check out the link in the description below. Supporting the sponsor supports the channel and lets us do things like get an old historic boat back on the water. Thanks, Carolina, for sponsoring this video. So now, pull this to me. Just come off.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's see if I See, I don't think we shouldn't have had to do that. But it might have just been so stuck in there. A little bit of caulk right there.
Well, at least you got it out.
See, it could have been, okay, there's a little caulk in there. We want so these hooks need to go onto here.
Okay.
You guide it down there.
Keep going.
Try to get her right in the middle.
Feels like it's on.
It's not going anywhere. We pulled this left side off right here. I don't actually think we needed to do that. Top or bottom bolts. I believe it's just these guys that hold the engine in place. And I believe there was a little bit of caulk in here that someone goobered in there. There must be, I don't know where that came from. Maybe when they set these things originally. So a little bit of caulk in there, but maybe just a very tight friction fit. Along with the transom of the boat, you can see is bowed out a little bit from the engine weight. And maybe that was just pinching things in place here. But I mean, we had all force on the gambrel, which once this is up there, it's really not that heavy, kind of like I expected. We also hooked a chain to this and used a tractor to try to pull it up, and it was just lifting the whole boat off the trailer. So it shouldn't be that difficult. I'm guessing maybe it was this bow pinching everything right there, but I'm not really sure. But anyway, it's off. While I'm back here, I'm just going to take the motor mounts completely off, both of them, and then make sure we bust the washer loose as well. All 4 of them. Really stuck on there. couple of observations. There was definitely some sort of, I don't know, sealant or adhesive going through the holes, which, I mean, makes sense because water is going to run up against the back of these. You can see it on the bolts here, and you can see it a little bit in the bolt holes. We've got 4 washers, 4 bolts, and then the left and right, or starboard and port motor mounts right here. The other thing I really want to make sure I keep very good track of is label everything. So even this, which right now I remember this is the port side motor mount, but I am going to tag everything with tape and write on it, and then label everything in individual Ziploc bags, because if it's a year before I put this back together, there's no way I'm going to remember it. With all the different things that I've got going on, rattling through my head, I won't remember that kind of stuff. So we will have the video here with you guys, which is awesome, but I'm also going to document it so we know exactly where it needs to go back onto the boat over here. Also, it's kind of cool. You can see a little bit of color scheming going on. Looks like there was, I don't know, maybe this was like a primer that was black. There was definitely something blue in there at one point in time. You can see blue, different colors of blue on the inside of the boat as well. You can see a darker blue right there. Actually, you can see it right here behind the washer. And then you can see different color blue on the top there. So looks like it was a darker blue on the inside at one point in time. Well, that's going to be a wrap on this video today. Not super complicated, but definitely a step in the very long process of restoring this boat. As you can see, we're stepping forward a little bit in the future, and everything has been stripped off of this boat. No wiring in here, no seats, no nothing anymore. We got the electrical schematics drawn out so we know how to put it together. And also, we're at this point because I needed to do some study. I needed to figure out exactly how I wanted to proceed, so I bought a couple books, talked to the owner of the Penn Yan factory back in the day, got some documentation from him and some good ideas. So we're ready to get cracking now. Got to get some material in here, but hope you guys enjoyed this little one, first step of the process. If you did, please hammer that thumbs up button, subscribe, stick around, because someday we're going to get this thing on the water. We're going to fire up that old V4 right there. It's going to be fun. I'm DIY Tyler. You guys have a good one.